What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kids Smooth, and I'm back with a video. Phil Spencer just had an interview with the Gamertag radio crew. That is Danny Penna and Paris Lilly of Kind of Funny and whatnot. So, nice 26-minute interview. You can find it on X. I believe they posted up on Apple, the podcast app, on Apple and wherever they launched their podcast. I typically catch it on like YouTube or clips on X. But the interview happened, and essentially, to me, in my opinion, I don't think we got really nothing as far as nothing new from the interview. Yes, there's they probed about Xbox being multi-platform. They probed about handhelds and hardware, committed to that. I feel like we didn't really get much to that. Yes, Phil Spencer teased about going that there be more hardware. Talking about that he seen the roadmap for what they're going to do next and whatnot. That's just random talks. They spent a book at a time about Xbox and them producing more games on other platforms. Phil Spencer, I'm telling you guys, if you're an Xbox fan and you are holding out hope that this is just a phase for Xbox and that they're just doing this and they'll return to the glory of releasing exclusive for the platform, that dream is shot. It's shot. It's done. Phil Spencer is fully committed. Xbox is fully committed into this new platform approach. I think Paris Lilly also asked the question about, why would I want to, how do you, sell an Xbox to someone, if you could play their games on other platforms? And Phil Spencer's answer was relatively PR heavy. He's not trying to get you to pick a platform. He just wants you to play the games. They're going games first. Now, I will say, to back up Phil Spencer, since they've gone this route, the games that they've been producing have been some of the best, and I do think they're going to have an incredible year in terms of content. Now, it's to the point where obviously nothing's off the table. I do think it's I think at the rate that they're producing games, I do believe that they should have at least 3 games, each year. If they're going to be, because in 2025, I think they're putting out like 10 games or so. If you are able to produce, somewhere between 7 to 10 games annually, I think it would be wise to have maybe 3 of those games that are exclusives. Like this year, 2025, Xbox, of the 10 games they're releasing, 3 of them are going to be, proper Xbox exclusives, such as South of Midnight, Avowed, and I think Fable. But it's only incidental. Those are incidental exclusive, meaning they just, after they pivoted, they just didn't have enough time to make these day-and-day ports. But moving forward, you can probably expect Xbox to be a third-party publisher with a console. So in that case, we have to live in this weird reality where Xbox has got to make this essentially works, become the world's largest publisher of video games, become the de facto best third-party publisher of video games, but they also got to be one that sells a console. Xbox is effectively an Ubisoft or an EA that hasn't a console, its own console that you can buy to express its games. They have subscription services and stuff like that. So with this information, though this information has been regurgitated to us time and time again with every new Phil Spencer interview, there's probably going to be dozens more to come over the next couple of days. We're going to get a couple months break, but then we're going to get the summer case, and the whole cycle is going to start again. As Xbox fans, it's like, okay, are you a fan? Like, what is it? It's like, because exclusives is not it. Just know Xbox is going to get a ton of games. Game Pass is going to get a ton of games. These are going to be some quality bangers. But they're going to exist across every platform. And Phil Spencer, all he did was all but confirm that they're definitely going to be supporting Nintendo Switch. They asked about PlayStation, but he's like, they plan to support more platforms. Obviously, he name dropped Steam, but I think Xbox has been supporting Steam the longest. Name dropped Nintendo. Been working with them, so we know they're going to be supporting Nintendo heavy on their releases and whatnot. And to me personally, I said, like, the fanboy inside of me hates this, right? But the fan and gamer side of me doesn't really care as long as the Xbox maintain as a platform to play on, because I much rather play on Xbox. Like, I don't play on PlayStation unless I absolutely really have to, unless that means I only play on PlayStation when they drop something that, like, dude, I can't miss. You can't miss this. You got to play it. You know what I mean? A must have. But I preferably play my game on Xbox. That's despite there's a $700 PlayStation 5 Pro that, you know, does a couple more frames here and there, or has a couple extra Ps here and there, or, you know, a little bit more ray tracing options here and there. But I feel like the Series X is serviceable. And if I feel the need again for a proper mid-gen, what's going to happen is I'd upgrade my PC. Honestly, that's probably what would happen first. But we're in this reality where Xbox is effectively a third-party publisher. They're no different from EA and Ubisoft. The only problem is Xbox, there's this weird umbrella with these weird places. Like, PlayStation fans, right? They don't hate on an EA or Ubisoft or something like that. They don't hate on other third-party publishers. They hate on Xbox because Xbox effectively has an optional console, and they just want, I guess they want them to stop selling Xbox consoles. I guess that's the case. But new Phil Spencer interview is out. Check it out. I think you should be seeing clips all over X right now and YouTube. I think the interview is decent. I feel like they could have went harder. Maybe they did. There was a lot of cuts and clips in that interview, so they probably cut a lot of things out. I know Destin Legary has another interview coming up with Phil Spencer. Maybe he's able to probe and ask a little bit more, tougher questions, or probably get closer to the metal on these decisions. But Phil Spencer with this interview kept it very PR, didn't say anything new, there's nothing newsworthy. It's just reconfirming what we already know. They're all in on this multi-platform strategy. I will say this, right? You know what I mean? Because a Game Pass exists, we know games, the measure of success for games is different. You can't go by unit sales, and sometimes really good games miss that zeitgeist that, the games like Spider-Man or God of War or what Grand Theft Auto or something like that would get, right? I think what this does do with Xbox and some of their games that they're going to be dropping this year, which are going to be amazing, it does give the opportunity for the Xbox first-party games, to have that proper zeitgeist moment. I think Indiana Jones probably would have had that moment had it launched day and date on PlayStation. That game I don't think can run on the Switch One, but if it launched at that particular, like, where everybody can buy, I think it would have obviously had that opportunity. But it did get good reviews. It did garner a lot of hype. Just didn't translate to unit sales. It didn't go super viral. Almost just didn't go super viral. I do think the next round of Xbox games, especially ones that are multi-platform, will get that moment. They'll get those sales. They'll get those accolades, and it'll turn around. I don't know what it means for Xbox consoles. I just really hope, people still find interest in Xbox. To me, the value proposition is, like, whether you're on PC or Xbox console, there's a lot of these games dropping. Typically, you rewind this back to 2016, 2015, I'd be hyped for all these games, but I'd be, like, literally negotiating with my wife to try to figure out how we can let me give myself an allowance to freaking buy all these games. Because, dude, I don't know of a year any publisher or any publisher drops 10 games in a year outside of those $3.99 cheap ass games that populate our stores. But, like, this is big. Like imagine, and all these seem to be bangers, man. But decent interview. Again, I do wish they would have probed a little bit more, got a little bit more out of it. But if anybody needs extra confirmation what Xbox is, it's they're a third party publisher that sells a console, a pretty damn good one too. They sell a damn good controller, and they have an also video game subscription. And it's pretty much up to you guys how you want to consume those games. A shout out to all the PlayStation Nation who, want to brag about buying the games that I'm choosing to play out of my subscription. Okay, that's great. All right, guys, if you made it this far with the video, man, I want you guys to say cha-ching in the chat. If you made it this far, cha-ching. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I am out of here. Peace. Oh, by the way, Ninja got into Black. I can't stop playing it. I've been playing it since when was the developer direct? Was that yesterday? Damn, yesterday. And I've been going in. I've been going on in. I didn't drop it. I think I'm probably going to complete it. If you see, yeah, I think I'm about, as far as achievements, I'm about like 45% of the way through. But I forgot how many chapters in this game. But they did a good job. This actually getting me interested in the next one that's coming out this year, published by Xbox. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.